Hello there, my name is Nusnus, and this video coming right up is my tips and tricks on Yasuo's wall jump. First of all, I'm going to show you how to set your configurations, which will make it a lot easier to do these wall jumps. I'm going to show you how you do them, and I'm going to show you where you can do them. I'm also going to set up scenarios where you might have use for these wall jumps, and where they might even save your flash or your life. Okay, first of all, I'm going to show you my configurations in how to do the wall jumps. To do the wall jumps, it's key to get as close to the minions as possible, to get able to slide over the wall. In here we have to do the setting in hotkeys and abilities and summoner spells, where we go to the other section, and the target champion only is the key to keybind here. I have keybinded it to my mouse, which is a lot close to my thumb, which I have easily access to press while I'm jumping and while I'm clicking my mouse, moving around the jungle. And I highly recommend you do so if you have a mouse, because it can get really awkward if you need to press shift, some other key, and then move, and then you need to press E as well. And I have personally very good experience with doing it on the mouse. Yes, let me first show you. I'm pressing down my key. I can move around freely in the jungle. Okay, let's get right into it. This is the Gromp camp. It's a fairly easy jump to make. You just need to get as close as the Gromp as possible, as I told before, and you should slide right over. The only tricky part about this camp is when you do it from the lane. You do the jump on lane. You need to make sure you are lined perfectly up with the wall, or else you won't get over. And the jump works at both sides. And now we're moving on to the Raptor's camp. This camp is one of the few camps who have changed from the old map to this map. The changes is that the creeps have turned approximately 20 to 30 degrees, which have enabled us to make 3 jumps. The first jump is from the deep mini Raptor. It is a slide over very closely to the mid lane. The second jump is from the right mini Raptor, which is approximately the same distance, but you travel a little bit further on the last one. The last one is the big Raptor, which is a very great tool to escape from ganks and what such on. The jumps work both sides, as I'm going to show you here. After that, we are going to move on to the wolf camp. Nothing has really changed for the wall jumps in the wolf camp, but this camp is fairly easy to make the good wall jumps in. And also it's a very good camp to either create distance or to gain distance from the guy chasing you, or for the guy you are chasing. So it's a good opportunity to catch up on people. And next on, we're moving on to the red buff, which hasn't really changed as well. But I want to point out that it's really risky to rely on escaping via the red buff, because it have a very long spawn timer, which most likely wouldn't be up if you're trying to go over there. For the blue buff, I want to go more into details, because it's the monster camp who have been changed the most from the Praria map to the new one. The big golem has been moved forward, which makes it impossible for us to make the wall jump on the left wall from the big golem and to the right wall from the big golem. But even though we can't do it on the big golem, we can still do it on the small right golem over the right wall. The wall jump from the mini golem is still a great way to gain distance from your opponents, but it's still not as efficient if we could just jump from the big minion. You can also do the left side of the wall jump, but I wouldn't recommend doing this because it's so incredibly difficult wall jump, because it requires a perfect angle to get over the wall, and if it fails it would most likely put you in a bad position. So for my advice, I wouldn't do it. Here are a few examples of my favorite wall jumps. This one especially is my favorite because I'm a main mid laner, which is a great escape for a sticky gank without using my flash, and I can get away for safety. And the next one is a very quick way to get from the bottom or the top lane to the middle lane if you need to protect your tower. And it's a quick way to skip a lot of ground and gain a lot of distance. And of course it works both ways. But actually I found it, I'm quite fond of the blue map and the blue bottom side of the map. This trick is to illustrate that you can gain vision of monster camp so that you can jump the wall without having a ward on you. But it's kind of risky because your windwalk is a safety net for projectile spells that you might want to avoid. This is an illustration for the wolves to the blue buff. This was my video on tips and tricks on Yasuo's wall jump. Press the thumbs up button if you found the video helpful, and if you have any questions, leave a comment in the comment section below and I will answer it as soon as possible.